We start today's video in Freckleton. Freckleton is a village on the Fylde coast in Lancashire, England, near the seaside resort of Lytham St Annes. But what happened here on one day in 1944 would change this village forever. On the 23rd of August 1944, a United States Army Air Forces consolidated B-24 Liberator, named the class's chassis, crashed during a test flight into the centre of the village, killing all 3 crewmen aboard the aircraft and 58 individuals on the ground, including 38 children aged 4 to 6. The test flight from Warton Airfield was caught in a severe storm coming into land after an urgent recall back to base. The aircraft was forced down by the storm and crashed into the village. The aircraft hit the snack bar across the road. This was totally demolished. The aircraft then crashed into the infants department of the Holy Trinity Junior School, setting it on fire and demolishing it. Sadly, it was a school day and the children had all been in school. The fuel tanks of the aircraft burst. The school buildings and village street was immediately a sea of flames. The sound of the crash had brought people running to the scene. Rescue work started immediately. As the children were freed from the rubble which had covered them, they were taken to the station hospital, but sadly, a great many were beyond treatment. During the day, the bodies of 34 children were removed from the school and 16 bodies from the snack bar. By August the 25th, the death toll had been established at 61. 38 children, 9 civilians, 4 members of the RAF and 10 members of the US forces, including the crew of the aircraft. Many of the civilians killed in the Freckleton Air disaster were buried in a communal grave within Holy Trinity churchyard in 2 separate services held on the afternoon of the 26th of August. The American military provided coffins for all those who died and paid for the funerals. Personnel from RAF Warton served as guards of honour for the funeral processions and as pallbearers for the children's coffins, which were carried in a procession from the school ruins through the village to the Holy Trinity Church. 4 of the servicemen selected to act as pallbearers specifically requested to carry the coffins of 2 children they had befriended in the village. The 4 British servicemen killed in the disaster were buried in separate cemeteries across England and the Isle of Man. The 10 American servicemen killed were initially buried at the Cambridge American Cemetery and Memorial. At the request of the families, the bodies of the 6 of these servicemen were repatriated to America following the war. 4 other American servicemen killed remain buried upon British soil. The community of Freckleton later erected an official monument to those killed in the air disaster directly behind the communal grave dug by the American servicemen within the Freckleton Holy Trinity churchyard. The necessary funds to pay for this memorial were raised by the families and friends of those killed. This stone monument was dedicated on the 24th of May 1947, and the stone resembles an aircraft that has crashed into earth with its nose section buried in the ground. Following the air disaster, American troops based in Warton reached out to the people of Freckleton to help rebuild their shattered community. A memorial garden and children's playground were set up in August 1945 using money raised by the American troops. A fund for the memorial hall was also set up and the hall was finally opened in September 1977. There are many true stories of intense personal loss associated with the air crash, including the reality that some of the children killed had been evacuated from Manchester to Freckleton to escape the Nazi bombs, or the mother that lost a child to be then informed that her husband had been killed in action in the days following the tragedy, or even the young infant teacher killed on only her second day at school. You all right? They say that time is a great healer, but for many, no amount of time will be long enough to forget those that perished following that tragic event on the 23rd of August 1944.